sticky thing on my phone. Good morning, or should I say good afternoon, because I'm still in my pyjamas and it is 12:15. Slept in, it was awesome. I don't very often get to sleep in like that. I would spend a lot of time in bed, but I'm not actually asleep. I'm just lying there trying to sleep, because I mentioned my room is very loud. Actually, you know what, I won't have coffee, I'll have food. Plan of attack for today, we are going to the city centre, because I haven't been into town in at least a couple of weeks. I have a shopping list for today. There's also some stuff I wanted to talk about on the way around. Jack was going to come with us, but he's tired and he decided to stay asleep. Frankly, I don't blame him, because it's bloody freezing still. Not so much frost this morning, but I suppose it is the afternoon, so maybe it's all melted. There's loads of food in here, but I have absolutely no idea what I want. I wonder if there's any mini sausage rolls. So Mum has just informed me that it's absolutely bloody freezing outside, which is, you know, probably should have guessed that. I'm still in two minds as whether I should walk into town, because I wanted to vlog and walk, and I can't really do it on the bus, because obviously it's a bit, you know, rude to be sitting talking quite loudly on the bus unless you're on the phone and it's like a quick conversation or what have you. It's like playing music on the bus. In the UK it's frowned upon. Sorry, I just had lunch. Had sausage rolls because we're coming down with sausage rolls. They were delicious though. Can't beat a Greg's sausage roll, but you know, they were still pretty good. Definitely going to try and get in. I'm going to go and get changed in a wee minute, and I guess the next video will show whether or not I've decided to walk. I don't have any change for the bus. I don't keep cash ever. Just don't, because I find there's then the temptation to spend it, because I'm terrible with money. The most I ever have is like 50p, and that's never enough for a bus. I don't even know, it's been so long since I've paid for a single bus fare. I have no idea how much it is. I usually get, you know, the little bus card things, or like little red cards, like you just do it on the little console thing, and that's your journey paid for. You just buy them online and get the card, and that's you, Bob your uncle, I believe is the phrase. So I don't have any change. I may just wind up walking for convenience sake rather than trying to hunt around the house looking for coppers to pay for a bus journey. I don't need to get one back. Mum's got the car in town today, which is good, because this is Saturday. Obviously she's like, you know, well, I don't know if she's the only one in her shift and team, and then maybe a couple of others further up the floor, and then the security dude. But she's got the car parked to herself, which is good. She's the only one that drives in the city. So yeah, I can get a lift back with her. I don't know if I said Jack was going to come with me, but he's decided not to, which is fair enough. It means I can talk about what I wanted to talk about. I can't do that again if I take the bus. I didn't even actually say what I wanted to talk about. I'd like to do like an introduction and say, hey, this is me and this is why I'm doing it. I hope it's not too windy outside. This mic's not great, and I don't have, you know, the little shotgun mics with the fluffy stuff on it that like reduces the wind hitting the mic so you can actually hear what you're saying. I don't have one of those. I've just been talking into the phone mic, which is why the audio is off sometimes. It's like half, what's the word I'm looking for? You know how you have left and right audio? This doesn't. This is just getting audio recorded from the mic for the phone. You know, like if you're talking into the phone, there's no like left and right mic. So if there's any wind at all, you're not going to be able to hear me. It's not a long walk. I think town's probably going to be pretty cold, as my mum said, but probably pretty sheltered, because there's just like a lot of tall buildings, and I'll be in and out of the stores if they permit recording. Alright, I'm going to stop rambling and go get changed. I'll be back in like 10 minutes, hopefully ready to go. More time. Just have to put my hair up. It really doesn't look that bad. The sun's starting to come out, which is good. But appearances can be deceiving. The wind is minor, especially considering what it was like yesterday. The shed is still standing. So are the bins. We have a horrible habit of having dead bins here, because the back garden's quite open, and there's no real protection for them unless you want to put them down the side of the house, which were there, you know, 100% guaranteed to wake me if they fall. So I prefer they just stay where they're at. It doesn't look that bad, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. I've just got to put my hair up and grab my coat, put my coat on, and I'm ready to go. but my coat is actually upstairs. I should have got it while I was upstairs. It's not actually as cold or as windy as I feared it might be. The back of my head's kind of cold because my hood doesn't quite cover it. You might have seen it in a couple of the videos already. I have an undercut that's getting a bit long. It needs shaved and also possibly dyed, which is what we're going into town to do today. We're going to get some hair dye and some bleach. There's a car coming. My street's pretty quiet usually. I say usually because we live next to 4 massive Alsatians who like to bark constantly. I mean, they're being trained as guard dogs, so fair enough. I'd rather they barked at nothing than didn't bark when they needed to. We also live quite close to a residential home. The fire brigade there is there at least 3 times a week. They don't usually play their sirens. Like it's a song. They don't usually play their sirens. Sorry, I'm camera up the wrong way again. They don't usually do sirens, but they do make a lot of noise with doors banging and checking on the people that live in there. Fair enough. Just wish they wouldn't do it at like 8:30 in the morning. Again. I'm really nervous about vlogging outside. Like, I don't want people to look at me like I'm weird. I know that's probably inevitable. I should probably get used to it since I intend to do this fairly regularly. So much for it being quiet. Oh, there's the wind. My little street's pretty sheltered. I don't think I'm going to have a regular upload schedule like most YouTubers do when I go back to college. I'm currently off for Christmas break, which is nice. I'm actually getting too warm already. It's really not that cold. Quite like the cold, to be honest. Probably could have been doing with a less heavy coat. My college is only 3 days a week, but it's quite intense. Audio quality is alright. I know maybe put my hand over it. Yeah, that's not helping at all, is it? Yeah, my college is pretty intense. It's equivalent to the first year of uni, and I've learned anything from it, it's that I would not cope well at uni. The last 2 years have kind of been a struggle. It's been very difficult to do anything other than not want to do college work. I think I've done okay grade-wise, which is, I suppose, the best thing about it. God, there's so many people. I'm not going to be able to vlog in town. I'm going to be too nervous. Well, I'm just going to pause here and see what the audio quality is like, because there's no point in continuing if it's rubbish. So as it turns out, audio quality's fine. Wind's not that bad. It's more blowing on me than anything. I didn't actually say what it was. I think I've said this already. Sorry, I have a really bad memory, hence this is why I'm making videos rather than doing a blog, so I can try and remember things better. I wanted to talk about why I wanted to do a vlog. New Year's is coming up, and the last couple of years, the last 10 years really, have been quite a struggle. I wouldn't say I had the most struggle out of all of my peers, but it's definitely been the most consistent, and I feel like it's definitely gone on for the longest. That doesn't necessarily equate to having the worst time, but you know what I mean. I have suffered from depression and anxiety for God only knows how long. I think it really started to kick in when I was 13, but in hindsight I can see it now in me much younger. So I was very fearful of everything. Even doing this right now, outside, walking, going places. 2 years ago I couldn't have done that. I wish I'd had the courage to start vlogging earlier so I could mark my progress. But then I realised I'm still not quite where I want to be. I've stopped therapy now, which I've been in and out of therapy for 10 years. I'm bloody sick of it. I think I'm at a place where I can move forward on my own, but that's the thing, I still have to keep moving forward, and I have to do it on my own, because therapy's gotten me as far as I can go. Well, with a therapist, it's time for me to do stuff. So I wanted to make the vlog to kind of record that and remind myself whenever I'm having a bad time that things aren't as bad as they have been, or
Sorry, this car's making me nervous. That they could have been. I didn't bring any tissues, did I? I did not. So you're gonna have to deal with me sniffing, sorry. I don't have any friends at the moment, and I wanted to move forward with that. This is getting harder and harder as I try and think about it while walking and not getting hit by cars. I've tried literally everything to make some friends. I've joined this group called Max. It's supposed to be for people who have suffered from anxiety and depression, mental health illnesses, mental health problems, and I've suffered from mine for so long. I've no idea who I am or how to make friends anymore. So I'm hoping they will help. They're kind of my last resort to trying to meet people. I'm also kind of hoping this will help. I only know of one other vlogger in... God, I really should have went on the main road. It probably would have been quieter. I've only ever met one person, well, I haven't met them, talked to them online, who vlogs in Belfast, and that would be Toxic Tears, who is also half of Metal Ass Gaming. So I don't know if I'll be making a lot of friends in Belfast, but more people anywhere would be good. I have a couple of online friends, but they all live in America, and I never get to speak to them because they're in bed whenever I'm awake and I'm awake, or they're awake whenever I'm in bed, which if you've seen the last couple of vlogs you'll know was a lot. I nap a lot. That needs to stop too. Nothing wrong with wanting a nap when you're tired, but I nap when I'm not tired. I nap when I'm upset. I nap when I'm not upset. I nap when there's nothing to do. I nap when there is stuff to do. My default position is wanting to go to bed. I've no idea if that's because I'm depressed, or if it's because it's the time of year and the lack of sunlight's making me tired. I don't know if it's because I am tired all the time, or if that's something else. I know thyroid things run in the family. Every time I hear a car slowing to come beside me or to turn a corner, I think they're trying to stop and like pull me into the car. That's not as mad as it sounds. So yeah, summary. I'd like vlogs to document my progress, and also maybe to help me make some friends. No, I planned out this whole massive epic of things I wanted to say while I was talking to you, hence why I didn't really want Jack to come today. No harm to him, I probably would have like figured a way around it if he had come, but since he didn't, I have time. This is not a good place to cross. Note to self, never cross on bends, you can't see what's coming. God, why are all the bins so full? Been running around yesterday. This is getting kind of crowded. I might have to turn the phone off for a bit, because you're never going to be able to hear me past all the cars. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if you can see this. This is like my favourite building near where I live. I'm not religious. I'd never go to church, but I love Gothic architecture. So that was a weird tangent from talking about anxiety and depression. Gothic architecture. Can you tell I'm nervous by talking about this? What the hell is so busy? It's like 2 in the afternoon on a Saturday. You'd think people would be gearing up for tomorrow. Anyway, I feel like I should also do a video of me just... I do a lot of vlogs, channels do like introductions. Like, here I am, here's my case, here's a bit about me, yada yada yada. I haven't done that, I kind of just launched straight into it. Just to start playing around with, you know, the concept of vlogging. I worry, I know I'll never be popular, which is fair enough because I'm not really saying anything interesting, this is just for me, but I worry about internet trolls. So I'm always reluctant to make like a lot of really in-depth stuff. Like, you don't need to know how I've suffered from anxiety and depression, at least not yet. Bikers. Not like the fun kind of biker with the leather jackets, the push bike bikers who shout a lot and have those weird little bum pouches. Should probably cross up here, shouldn't I? Try and get on the other side of the road. It's literally only like a 15-20 minute walk from my house to town, but the only reason I am walking, actually 2 reasons. I'm walking because I said I'd like to do some more exercise where possible. I don't exercise ever at all. I feel like that's not helping the whole situation. and also I have no change for the bus. So okay, now where's all the traffic gone? It's really weird today. I don't know what's going on with all the traffic. It's so strange. Sorry, cut off the start of that. I'm kind of worried I have some slightly unrealistic expectations for vlogging. Like, I don't want it to be that mean. Like, this has watered my crops, cured my depression, cleared my skin. All those things would be nice, but I don't have any crops yet. What I'd really like it to achieve is just making me get out there a little bit more, putting myself out there. Like I said, there's only so much you can do with a therapist. They kind of take you by the hand and make you go, which at the time was what I needed. I just flat out refused to do things because I was too afraid. But now I have the confidence to do it myself, which, if you know me, yeah, you'll know how incredible it is to hear me say. Even if it's only partly true. I'm still a big scaredy cat. I'm still afraid of people. You can see me checking over my back every now and again to make sure I'm not being stalked. However unlikely that is, it's still a real fear of mine. I'm always afraid of being grabbed in the street or attacked or sexually harassed, or God only else knows what could have happened to me. I know none of those things are likely, especially since I live in a fairly safe part of the world. But, you know, anxiety isn't logical. I don't know how I'm going to go about doing it, to be honest with you. I feel like there's just going to be a lot of camera talk times like this. Just me and the camera, not with anybody else. Because like I said, I don't have anybody else. This dude behind me is really giving me the creeps. I don't have anybody else, so it's just going to be me alone, but at least it'll be me alone out there doing stuff, increasing the chances that I might meet people. And obviously vlogging in itself is a bit of a conversation starter. Like, if you see someone vlogging, you're like, oh, what is they doing? What is they doing? What are they doing? Do you have a vlog? I also have a vlog. You know, it's a chance to start conversations. This video is probably going to be really long. I might have to chop it up into some bite-sized chunks. I did get the editing problem solved. Sorry, I'm quite out of breath. As you can see, I'm very out of shape, and also this coat is really heavy. I did get the editing problem solved, but the problem is we have to go to Windows Movie Maker, which I don't like. I have not used it since, I'm going to go out on a limb and say 2012, 2013, maybe, I don't know. It's ancient, it's old, it doesn't work, I don't like it. But it's the best I have at the minute. So we're sort of stuck. I'm going to put the phone away until I get onto the bridge, because there's quite a few roads to cross here. And as you can probably hear from the traffic, it's gotten quite busy. So back in a second.